Today is not a cooking video. It's a set the week up video. I'm prepping chicken in a way that makes busy days easier later. Nothing rushed, nothing complicated, just quiet prep that gives me back time. If this kind of cooking brings you calm, you are in the right place. I don't always have the energy to think about protein during the week, but I still want meals that feel considered. So I prep once, slowly, so later I can cook without overthinking. As I unwrap the chicken, I remind myself that this is not a race, this is care, done ahead of time. There's a lot of conversation around washing chicken. Food science tells us that high heat kills bacteria, so washing isn't required. I understand that, and I respect that, given that I have a food background and work in food manufacturing. But I also grew up in an African home where chicken was cleaned with vinegar or lemon. It was about care, smell, and intention, not fear. So this is how I do it too. Vinegar and water, trimming excess skin and fatty parts, working slowly. Once everything is cleaned, I divide the chicken into portions, not because I'm strict, but because future me will be tired. For the first portion, I use my green marinade. This is for days when I want flavor without effort. After massaging this, I put this in a Ziploc or a plastic container or a plastic bag and tie it ready for the freezer. For the second portion of the chicken, I use a citrus marinade made of orange, red bell pepper, bright, simple, and versatile. Sometimes I even include orange juice or some lemon. Finally, the plain batch. This I do not season, just because it gives me flexibility later on. Some weeks need options, not decisions. Each portion goes into its own bag, labeled, and ready to go in the freezer. Transparently, as a busy mom, this is where the work starts to feel lighter. You can almost feel the week opening up because you have options and you have prepped ahead of time. I always clean the utensils, the sink, the kitchen counter right after prepping my protein to get rid of the smell. I use some soap, some Lysol disinfectant, or any disinfectant of choice you may have. I scrub properly to get rid of the smell and germs. And then finally, when I'm done, I pour some hot water down the drain in the sink. It helps with the smell and gives me closure. I don't like leaving prep half finished. A clean space feels like a reset as well. On a busy day after work, when I don't feel like overthinking, I just take a portion from the freezer, then move it into the fridge overnight, and that's it. No scrambling, no last minute stress, just food that's ready when full. And then I bake it. This is what seasoned simplicity looks like to me. Preparing once, so the rest of the week feels lighter. If this kind of cooking brings you a little calm, I'm glad you're here.